Alright, so hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome too. So to start this look off, I'm going to take Serenity and apply that to the transition crease area like so. Now that I have that down, I'm going to go ahead and take 24 karat and apply this just underneath it on the natural fold of my eyelids. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to take Aloha and apply that all over the lid like so, building layer after layer, making sure to dry in between. The shade is absolutely beautiful, and it definitely takes a few layers to go ahead and build it up to its full potential. But it's so worth it. Okay, once I have that built up on the lid, I'm just going to go ahead and define the outer V using the shadow shield like so. Next, I'm going to go in with Harvest Pumpkin and just define that outer V using my shadow shield as a guide. Once I have the initial outline set down, I'm just going to go ahead and start blending into that natural fold like so, making sure everything's nice and blended. And then I'm also going to go ahead and run this on the outer third of the lash line as well, just for some added dimension. Next, I'm going to go back in with Serenity and I'm going to apply that over the transition crease area just to go ahead and redefine it a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take Summer Fun and pop that on the brow bone as well as the tear duct for a nice fun pop of shimmer. Then I'm going to go back in with Serenity and apply that to the lower lash line using my shadow shield as a guide. Then I'm going to go in with Nova and I'm going to apply a pretty thick liner because we're going to double up on the liner for this look. And I think it's just going to add a really good dimension, and it's just really fun. You know, it's inspired by the sunrise and all of these colors were present in the image that inspired me. So that's what we're going to do on the eye. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with my contour, and here I'm just taking a Sepia and applying it to the hollows of my cheeks, temples, forehead. I'm going to carve out my nose as well because you know we need to have it snatched. Then I'm going to go in with blush, and for this look I'm using dark peach pink and just applying it to the apples of my cheek and blending up back toward the hairline. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with foundation, and here I'm using Dinair Soft Glow shades Honey Beige and Nutmeg mixed together because that is my foundation match. Love the coverage and the finish, wonderful line. Then I'm going to go back in with Summer Fun and just pop on my face highlights just to the high points of my cheeks. I'm going to take it down the bridge of my nose, maybe pop a little bit more on the tear duct just because some of it could have got diffused away with my foundation. And then I am going to apply some to the Cupid's bow as well. Alright, so now that we're about done with the face, I'm just going to go in and apply my actual liner using Jet Black and my favorite cat eye and stencil. Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and dust a little bit on the outer corner of the lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with brows, and here I'm going to take Dinair shade Dark Smoke and my favorite brow stencil, which is the style 8C. And I'm just going to fill in my brows like so. And now it's time for stenciling. So here I'm just going to take a couple different badass stencils and we're going to get this on. So to prep for the stencils, I'm going to take FX Turquoise and I'm just going to apply a base to where I'm going to apply that beautiful blue down for the ocean waves. Then next I'm going to take Blueberry, which is going to be the highlight of the waves. And I'm just going to apply that over where I apply the turquoise. Okay, now that I have that on my chin, jaw, neck, and chest, we're going to go in with the stencil, and here I'm using Badass Stencil, that's BAD 6042 Waves, and I'm just applying the stencil down like so, using that blueberry shade to go ahead and fill in the edge. Now that I have the edge, I'm just going to go ahead and use my shadow shield and kind of just carve it out just a little bit because the stencil, the shape isn't necessarily what I'm going for. So, you know, I have this vision in my head, so I just kind of got to follow it. So that's what I'm doing here. I figure waves are a little bit more curved. So I'm adding that curve and then just filling in like so. Okay, next I'm taking the Hot Wings stencil in the style HW8006, and I'm just going to go ahead and add some waves in like so. Beautiful waves. Then I'm going to go ahead and take that same stencil and blueberry, of course, and just apply a couple little dots to the eye area. Because why not? Let's utilize these stencils to the fullest. All right, so next I'm just going to go in with filling in the sparse areas like so. Okay, once I'm done filling, I'm just going to go ahead and add dimension to the water by taking Atlantis and filling that in as well. I'm not making it too opaque because I do want this just to be a hint of shimmer and shadow. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Surf, and we're back using that Waves stencil. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in some of the bubbles like so. Now, as you can see, I don't use these stencils like exactly like full on. I do take bits and pieces of it and from it and kind of utilize it to create the exact look I'm going for. So definitely, get creative with stencils, Stencils are a really good tool, especially if you're an airbrush artist. Look at that. So I'm just going to add a little bit more here, to my liking. And then I'm going to go ahead and just start shading. This is where the creativity really comes in handy, because you kind of have to know where to shade and where to add dimension and all that good stuff. All right, so just to intensify the inner portion of the wave, I'm taking blueberry and just shading a little bit more. Like I said, I have a vision of how I want it to look in my mind. So we're just kind of transferring that out to my canvas. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more dimension to the water so it's not so flat by just taking the edge of the Hot Wing stencil and creating little waves all in the filled in area. So here I'm just starting with blueberry, and then I'm finishing off adding more waves in the shade Atlantis. You see how that adds just like this nice little dimension? And then when the light hits it, you're just going to see that reflex that there is in Atlantis. It's just absolutely beautiful. Definitely a good choice for this look. So cool! And this is the finished look, my Into the Blue full face airbrush look. I hope you found this video tutorial fun and entertaining. If you did, remember to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more. And if you are subscribed, or if you choose to today, don't forget to hit that bell icon and turn on your notifications. All right, loves, thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next one.